Imagine a creature so powerful it can flip boulders with a single swipe, yet gentle enough to nurse its cubs with astonishing tenderness. Bears are among nature's most fascinating animals, and today, you're about to uncover 20 mind-blowing facts that will make you look at them in a completely different way. From their bizarre hibernation superpowers to their uncanny human-like traits, these are the kinds of secrets your biology teacher never told you. So, buckle up, because the world of bears is way wilder than you think. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never see these furry giants the same way again. Let's kick things off with a fact that sounds like it's straight out of science fiction. Bears can hibernate for 7 whole months without eating, drinking, or even going to the bathroom. No food, no water, no bathroom breaks, and yet, they don't lose muscle mass. How? Scientists have studied this for years, and the answer is jaw-dropping. Bears recycle their own urea into protein during hibernation, essentially living off themselves in the most efficient way possible. It's like if you stayed in bed for months and came out looking even stronger. Nature, you're insane. Next up, let's talk about bear intelligence. Believe it or not, some scientists consider bears to be as smart as primates. They've been seen covering their tracks to avoid hunters, solving complex puzzles to get food, and even mimicking human behavior. In one documented case, a bear rolled a large rock into a pit to use it as a stepping stone. That's not instinct, that's problem solving. And it doesn't stop there, some bears have even been caught on camera using sticks as tools. You thought monkeys had the tools game on lock? Think again. Here's one you definitely didn't see coming. Bears can smell food from over 20 miles away. Their sense of smell is 7 times stronger than a bloodhound's. Imagine being able to detect a snack through forests, mountains, and rivers. That's not a superpower, it's a biological radar system. This extraordinary ability helps them survive in the wild by tracking prey or identifying the location of berries and fish. It also explains why camping with snacks is never a great idea when bears are nearby. Yeah, your protein bar could be a dinner bell from miles off. Now for something heart-melting. Bear cubs purr like kittens when they're happy. When nursing or being groomed by their mother, these tiny furballs let out soft, rhythmic sounds of contentment. It's one of the most adorable, and least known, traits of bears. But don't let the cuteness fool you. These cubs grow fast and within months are already learning to hunt, climb trees, and wrestle like miniature tanks. It's like watching a teddy bear transform into a superhero in real time. And yes, the transformation is as dramatic as it sounds. And here's a chilling fact: polar bears are nearly invisible to infrared cameras. Their fur may look white, but it's actually transparent, and their black skin absorbs heat so efficiently that thermal cameras can't pick them up. It's like they have built-in stealth mode. In the Arctic, where survival is all about blending in and staying warm, this adaptation gives them a serious edge. They're like nature's ghost warriors, silently stalking across frozen wastelands without leaving a trace. If you thought they were just fluffy snow wanderers, think again. Here's a bizarre twist in the bear story: panda bears don't hibernate. While their cousins in colder climates snooze through the winter, pandas stay awake year-round, munching on bamboo nearly 14 hours a day. That's right, they eat over 80 pounds of bamboo daily just to survive. And get this, pandas have the digestive system of a carnivore but survive on a strictly vegetarian diet. It's like owning a Ferrari and only driving it in a school zone. Evolution took a weird turn with pandas, and we're just here to marvel at the results. Speaking of strange bear diets, did you know that grizzly bears sometimes eat as many as 40,000 moths in a single day? During the summer months, these high-protein insects gather in mountain regions, and bears will gorge on them like a buffet. That's not a typo, 40,000 moths. Bears will climb steep slopes just to get to them, using their claws like ice picks and their tongues like vacuum cleaners. It's gross. It's impressive. It's pure bear behavior. And it proves they'll do whatever it takes to bulk up before hibernation hits. Here's a haunting one: mother bears will sometimes fake sleep when sensing danger, all to protect their cubs. They slow their breathing, remain perfectly still, and monitor every sound and scent. It's a chilling display of survival instinct and maternal protection. Some researchers believe this act of stillness can even confuse predators, or humans, into thinking the bear is unconscious or dead. But one wrong move, and mama bear explodes into action. She's not just playing possum, she's setting a trap. And when a bear sets a trap, it's game over. Let's switch gears to social behavior. Contrary to what many believe, not all bears are loners. Black bears, for example, have been observed forming loose social networks. In certain regions, they'll share food sources and even tolerate each other's presence peacefully. This social tolerance is especially high in areas where food is abundant, like during salmon season in Alaska. Imagine a bear block party: everyone's fat, furry, and focused on fish. But the moment the food disappears, so does the friendliness. Then it's back to every bear for itself. Now brace yourself for a myth-busting fact: bears are not always slow. In fact, a grizzly can run up to 35 miles per hour. That's faster than a racehorse over short distances. So, if you've ever heard the advice, just run downhill from a bear, forget it. That's pure fiction. A bear will outrun, outclimb, and outlast you on nearly any terrain. And once it starts chasing, it doesn't stop until it decides to. Which makes you wonder, how did anyone survive bear encounters before modern safety tools? The answer: mostly by staying lucky. Ever heard of a bear that can climb trees like a squirrel? Meet the black bear. Despite weighing up to 600 pounds, these giants are incredible climbers, often scaling tall trees in seconds. Why? To escape danger, search for food, or even take a quick nap on a branch. Their curved claws act like grappling hooks, digging into bark and hoisting them upward with surprising grace. And if you think you're safe from one just because you scrambled up a tree, think again. That bear might already be above you, watching and waiting. Terrifying? Absolutely. Impressive? No doubt about it. Here's a fact that sounds straight out of a sci-fi novel: some bear species can delay pregnancy after mating. It's called delayed implantation, and it allows a fertilized egg to pause its development until the female's body determines if she has enough fat reserves to carry a healthy cub. If conditions aren't right, the embryo just doesn't develop. It's like nature hit the pause button. This means a bear could technically conceive in the summer, but the cubs won't begin to grow until months later. It's an evolutionary hack, and one of the most bizarre reproductive tricks in the animal kingdom. Now get this, bears are some of the quietest walkers in the animal world. Despite their size, their padded feet and carefully placed steps allow them to move almost silently through dense forest. Hunters and hikers alike have reported being startled by a bear appearing just a few feet away without making a sound. This stealthy behavior isn't just luck, it's essential for stalking prey or avoiding humans. So next time you're in the woods and think you're alone, you might not be. Because if a bear wants to sneak up on you, you probably won't hear it until it's too late. Let's talk emotions. Bears mourn the loss of their cubs or companions. Observers have seen mother bears pacing restlessly, making distressed sounds, or refusing to leave the site where their cub died. In captivity, bonded bears have shown signs of depression when separated. This emotional depth, something we usually associate with dogs or primates, is rarely acknowledged in wild animals like bears. But make no mistake, these creatures feel. They form attachments. They suffer loss. And if that doesn't make you respect them more, I don't know what will. And here's something you won't believe: sun bears, yes, that's a real species, have tongues up to 10 inches long. Why? So they can slurp insects straight out of logs and beehives like nature's living straws. These bears live in Southeast Asia, and though they're the smallest bear species, their claws and teeth are razor sharp. Don't let their size fool you. They may look cute, but they can open a coconut with ease and tear through termite mounds like butter. Oh, and their tongue isn't just long, it's also prehensile, meaning they can control its movement like a tiny arm. Let's dive into one of the rarest bears you've probably never heard of, the Andean bear, also called the spectacled bear because of the unique white markings around its eyes. This elusive bear lives in the cloud forests of South America and spends much of its life in the trees. Yes, a tree-dwelling bear. It builds nests high up in the canopy using branches and leaves, not to sleep, but to stash food or simply relax. And while it looks adorable, it's also one of the most endangered bear species on the planet. Less than 2,000 are estimated to remain in the wild, making each sighting something close to a miracle. Now, here's a creepy, but amazing, fact: polar bears don't just eat seals, they stalk them. These massive predators will wait silently by breathing holes in the ice, sometimes for hours, completely motionless, until an unsuspecting seal comes up for air. Then, with lightning-fast reflexes, the bear strikes. It's the ultimate ambush predator in a snow-covered wasteland. Even scarier, polar bears have been known to track humans across the ice for miles, using the same stealth. If that doesn't send chills down your spine, nothing will. These are not your average cute and cuddly animals, they're apex hunters wrapped in fluff. Let's move to something unexpected: some bears love to bathe, for fun. Grizzlies and black bears have been caught on wildlife cameras repeatedly soaking in ponds, rivers, or even water troughs for pure enjoyment. They roll, splash, float, and sometimes even toss objects around like toys. This behavior isn't just about cooling down, it's also about comfort and play. In fact, play behavior in bears is a strong indicator of intelligence and emotional complexity. It shows that these animals don't just live to survive, they experience pleasure, curiosity, and yes, a love for waterlogged goofing off. Now, hold on to your seat for this one: bears can mimic human gestures. In zoos and sanctuaries, bears have been observed waving, clapping, and even imitating behaviors of their keepers. One black bear became famous for waving at tourists on command, and doing it with both paws like a furry politician. While this might seem like a circus trick, it's actually a sign of advanced cognitive recognition. Bears can associate specific actions with outcomes, learning from patterns and repetition in a way that mirrors how we teach pets, and even children. It's eerie, fascinating, and just a little too human. You thought we were done? Not even close. Bears are a bottomless vault of astonishing traits, strange habits, and jaw-dropping adaptations. So let's keep this wild ride going with 10 more incredible facts about bears that you haven't heard yet, and trust me, these might be the most unbelievable ones so far. Ready to be shocked all over again? Let's go. Here's one for the survival books: bears can hold their breath underwater for over 2 minutes. That's not just impressive, it's life-saving. Polar bears, in particular, have been seen swimming long distances beneath the ice to surprise prey or escape danger. Their nostrils even close automatically when submerged. Combine this with their natural buoyancy and powerful limbs, and you've got a predator that can turn into a submarine at will. It's no wonder some polar bears have been tracked swimming over 60 miles non-stop across open sea. That's not just athleticism, it's superhuman endurance in animal form. Now get this, bears communicate with each other using secret scent codes. Through scent glands in their feet and by rubbing their backs on trees, they leave messages for other bears, kind of like a woodland social media feed. These chemical signals can tell other bears who they are, their age, health status, and even if they're ready to mate. It's like they have their own olfactory language, invisible to us but crucial for navigating their complex social and territorial dynamics. Next time you see a scratched-up tree in the forest, know this: it might be the bear version of a status update. Here's a twist that sounds fake, but it's not. Bears can be right or left-handed. That's right, just like humans, bears show paw preference when performing tasks like fishing, climbing, or batting at objects. Observers have documented repeated use of the same paw when catching salmon or manipulating logs, suggesting a dominant side. This kind of lateralization is rare in the animal kingdom and is often associated with higher brain function. So the next time you see a bear swipe, you might just be witnessing a furry lefty in action. Ever heard a bear scream? Yes, scream, not growl. While most people know bears grunt, huff, or roar, few realize that when extremely agitated or frightened, bears, especially cubs, can let out piercing screams that sound disturbingly human. This vocal range helps them communicate danger, distress, or call out to their mother in emergencies. It's a sound that can stop even the bravest hikers in their tracks, because nothing about a bear scream sounds like it should come from an animal. It's raw. It's loud. And it's unforgettable. Let's talk about their taste buds. Bears have a massive sweet tooth. Their sense of taste is so tuned to sugar that they'll travel miles just to find a single patch of ripe berries or raid honeybee hives despite the stings. Some bears have even been caught breaking into bakeries, sweet shops, or cabins just to get their paws on sugary treats. In controlled experiments, bears overwhelmingly chose sweet substances over meat or fish. That honey-craving Winnie the Pooh persona? Turns out, it's biologically accurate. Let's pick up right where we left off, because these last 5 facts about bears are going to take things to a whole new level. Think you know bears? Think again. We're going deep into their biology, their behaviors, and even their ability to survive the unthinkable. Buckle up. First up, here's something that almost seems supernatural. Hibernating bears don't urinate or defecate for months. While other animals might wake periodically or need to relieve themselves, bears enter a state so advanced that their bodies recycle waste internally. Urea, which would normally be expelled, is broken down and reused to maintain muscle and organ tissue. Essentially, their bodies turn into self-sustaining life support systems. No food, no water, no bathroom breaks. For up to 7 months. It's one of the most extreme examples of metabolic control in the natural world, and scientists are studying it to develop better treatments for kidney disease and muscle atrophy in humans. Here's a behavior that sounds straight out of a fantasy novel. Bears cover their food with leaves, dirt, or snow to hide it. It's called caching, and it's surprisingly strategic. After making a kill or finding a rich food source, some bears, especially brown bears, will store the leftovers like nature's version of a refrigerator. They'll return days later to finish the meal, sometimes even guarding the cache from other predators. That level of planning and memory proves that bears aren't just brute force, they're problem solvers with foresight, caution, and an instinct for long-term survival. Now, let's get weird. Bear fur is not always what it seems. While polar bears appear white, their fur is actually transparent and hollow, reflecting and scattering light to give that icy white appearance. Even stranger, their skin underneath is jet black, helping them absorb and retain heat from the sun. This bizarre combo of black skin and see-through fur creates a natural solar panel system, keeping them warm in freezing conditions. It's nature's version of thermal engineering, built right into their biology. Efficient. Silent. Invisible. Deadly. Want a true nightmare scenario? Some bears fake death to survive attacks. It's been documented, particularly in smaller black bears, that when overwhelmed by a stronger animal or injured, they'll go completely limp, slow their breathing, and appear dead. Incredibly, this can confuse predators, like cougars or even larger bears, into abandoning them. It's a last-ditch survival strategy, but it has worked just enough times to become a part of their behavioral arsenal. It's not acting. It's instinct. And it's chilling to watch. One of the most heart-melting yet mind-blowing facts: bear cubs purr. Yes, like cats. When nursing or cuddling with their mother, cubs emit low-frequency humming or purring sounds that signal comfort and contentment. It's a sound few people have ever heard in the wild, but researchers and wildlife rehabilitators describe it as one of the softest, most unexpected vocalizations in the animal kingdom. It's a reminder that beneath the claws, the teeth, and the raw power, there's vulnerability, warmth, and emotion. Even in the wild, even in the coldest corners of the world, bears show affection in the most tender ways. And finally, let's end with one of the wildest bear facts of all. There's a hybrid bear that exists naturally in the wild, the pizzly, a cross between a polar bear and a grizzly bear. As climate change pushes polar bears south and grizzlies north, their territories overlap, and the result is a genetic mashup of power, size, and survival instincts. These hybrids have the strength and adaptability of both parents, making them formidable in almost any environment. Scientists say pizzlies could become more common in the future as the environment changes. It's evolution in real time, and it's happening right under our noses. Want a quick recap or maybe turn this into a series about wild animal facts? Just say the word,